let's talk tornadoes. But if you don't have this nifty piece, there are other options. You can try to use some hot glue, super glue, duct tape, but you got to be careful because it can easily break. We also have another option. What? Peanut butter? Well, we're going to use the jar. Basically, in the atmosphere, we have winds that are going slower at the surface than they are at the top of the atmosphere. This is what we call speed shear. That will start to create a rotating column of air in the atmosphere. Now, you might say, this isn't the way tornadoes look. They're up and down, right? Well, this rotating column of air will eventually kind of be pushed and stretched by rising air, which comes from heat. And this rising air will start to bend this column of air. But in order to keep it rotating, we also need what we call directional wind shear, which is where winds may be out of the southeast at the surface and more out of the west at the highest level of the atmosphere. That keeps that column of air spinning now that it is vertical, and we will see the updraft of our thunderstorms spinning like this. And then only if all the conditions are right, you have both of those wind shears, a lot of rising air, and a strong thunderstorm that develops, you can then get a tornado to form. And we're going to simulate that now. All you need is a jar of any kind or size. Put the lid on it. Maybe. And give it a spin. And you can get a tornado that easily by creating that shear in your jar. But we can add some tips and tricks to make it even cooler. Dish soap. Glitter. Kind of hard to see our tornado now. All right, so I did add a little bit of red glitter. You can kind of see it in there. But basically what you are doing is you are creating that shear by moving your hand. Your glass moves a little bit bigger, so therefore it's taking that wider direction, and you're creating a bit of speed shear within this jar. Pretty cool. If you want it to look really cool, having some vinegar on hand will help, but I don't have any vinegar. So basically just kind of play around with whatever things you have around the house and have fun.